He'd only dozed off for a moment in the car when he found himself in an awkward situation.
Monsieur.
He quickly pulled out his ticket to prove he hadn't meant to fare Dodge, but was still thrown off the train.
Vous êtes trompé de train.
Ah non, c'est pas le train pour Paris.
Non.
He'd traveled this route countless times, never expecting something to go wrong on his daughter's birthday. The train had made an unscheduled stop at a small station, and he would have to wait for the next connection to Paris. The station was surrounded by mountains, old and weathered yet simple and natural. The familiar sight made him pause. He had somehow returned to the hometown he hadn't visited in years. After hesitating for a moment, he dragged his suitcase toward the village ahead. The lake was still a vivid green, and the houses were still standing, though now showing signs of age. The town's buildings looked much older, and the streets felt more desolate. He walked for a while, encountering only unfamiliar faces, until a mechanic by the roadside called out his name. It took him a few seconds to recognize his childhood friend, Lucio. The last time they'd met, Lucio had a full head of hair. Now, their reunion was filled with emotion. His friend enthusiastically took him along the paths of their childhood. They chatted happily along the way, from one end of the street to the other. The town that used to take so long to run through as a child now felt somehow smaller. His friend invited him for a drink, but he declined. Thomas wanted to visit his mother's grave at the cemetery before the train departed. Dragging his heavy suitcase and looking at the countless headstones of the departed, he realized he couldn't quite remember where his mother was buried. Luckily, the cemetery wasn't too large, and his mother's headstone was remarkably simple, so he found it after just a few steps. He crouched down and gently touched the stone with both hands. The cold stone seemed to carry his mother's warmth, and tears welled up in his eyes. After his mother passed, things hadn't been going well for him. His career was stagnating, his marriage was on shaky ground, and the pressures of reality weighed on his face every day. He desperately wanted to find the answers to his problems, unaware that the key lay hidden in this place he'd been reluctant to return to. Just then, a butterfly caught his attention, and his gaze followed its flight, until the world began to spin, and he fell to the ground. He didn't know how long he had been unconscious, but when Thomas opened his eyes again, he instinctively scrambled up and ran out of the cemetery, grabbed a bicycle by the roadside, and headed toward the station, unaware that he himself had changed. His mind was filled only with his promise to his daughter, and the fear of his family falling apart. But then, his reflection in a shop window revealed a much younger face. He realized something was wrong. The town, too, had returned to its former bustle.